Hello, hello, you beautiful soul. Ooh, I had a message coming through for somebody today who has just completely shifted timelines in so many different ways. Like I was getting this message last night and I just didn't have time. I actually went out and did the go in public thing, right? Super fun. So I wasn't recording last night, but this energy, I'm talking about timeline shifting in a way where even certain anomalies might not startle you, right? Like anomalies or just witnessing certain things. Like you have begun to witness things and it no longer like irritates your nervous system, right? Um, a spirit was reminding me earlier about the first time that I saw like one of those black cube things, like the loosh harvesting um, devices. And some of you guys know about that stuff. If not, whatever, it's not a big deal. But, it's like it looked like a UFO in the sky. And I think this was like maybe 2018, 2019, something like that. And either way, I saw it on top over Dallas. I almost left, or not left, I almost rerouted or like skipped work that day because I was so excited when I saw that, right? Because it it excited me in a way because I had never seen something like that, right? So I'm not saying that you guys are seeing black cubes or seeing UFOs or seeing certain anomalies or even like glitches in your reality. A small example, the other day I saw a branch disappear and then reappear, like almost pixelated. It was wild. I was like, did that just happen? Yeah, that just happened. And but my nervous system didn't respond to it, right? The way that um my nervous system used to respond to certain things, right? Because you see something for the first time, you're like, oh, and it's shocking to you. And so there's something about this collective. You guys are tapped in to something that is like some like cosmic shit. You know what I mean? Like galactic shit. Like you guys are tapped into something that is so far outside of the basic like um spiritual understanding is what I'm hearing. Like, people who are in the spiritual community. No, this is a message for a collective who is like the real deal, right? Like you don't pose, you might not even look like a spiritual person, right? I had a beautiful encounter last night with a firefighter, and it was so funny because I get these impulses or like downloads and stuff, and spirit's like, you're gonna run into a firefighter, which I'm thinking like, yeah, the place that I'm going, and it's like a Texas spot and there's tons of firefighters around here. Right? So the odds of me running into like a country boy firefighter is pretty high, right? The odds were high, so I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'm sure there's many in there. Right? But spirit's like, you're gonna run into a firefighter. I'm like, cool, whatever. So I ended up having this beautiful conversation with this guy for a while, and he was so open. He was a Christian, and still at the same time understood how what he was saying and what I was saying were the same things, right? Regardless of the words that we use or the terms that we use, or whatever. He's like, you speak of it as energy or this or that. I speak in these terms, right? And it was so wonderful because he did not seem like the type who would be so open, right? Because there are so many people who have a basic spiritual understanding or religious understanding and are still sitting in distortion as far as what the true meanings of the teachings are, right? And what we can actually use to um, to be productive here, right? Instead of staying stuck in fear, shame, guilt, and all of these things, right? So there was something about that coming through. It was like, you guys are so far outside of the box as far as what it looks like to be a spiritual person, or to judge another person, right? Like you don't just see somebody for the way that they dressed, or know that, oh, he's a firefighter from Texas, country boy, he's probably not going to be open, right? No, you are so far outside of that that you give everybody a chance, you know? And wow, but there's something there's just something, and I know what it is. It's the nervous system regulation, right? And it's being properly integrated, because anybody can go through a spiritual awakening, seem like a complete fucking idiot online, and discourage other people to follow a spiritual path because they don't want to look like a crazy, right? It's the ones who are out there um putting on a show, right? Sitting in this like spiritual cosplay, right? It's not a character, it's not something that you put on, right? It is a being. And it is it's those people who are not properly integrated, right, into the physical, where they can actually make an impact that doesn't regress, right? Doesn't regress people in their um what's the word that Spirit, help me find a word, in their pursuit for spiritual, connection, right? Thank you, Spirit. Right? We don't want to discourage people's pursuit of happiness. We don't want to discourage people from taking the path, or, you know, connecting with their soul, because we're not properly integrated. But this message is for a highly ranking soul group who has access to the ancient wisdom, and is properly integrated and balanced and grounded in their physical body, and looks and seems and appears like an everyday average motherfucker, right? And that is how you are relatable. That's what makes you so relatable. It's because you don't come off as someone who's pretentious. You don't come off as someone who knows it all. You're humble, right? You've been so humbled by your experience that you just are like, it's like you just are simply so humble, and it is in that humbling that allows space for you to truly lead and be the example of what it looks like to be a soul having a human experience, right? Because everybody here is a soul having a human experience, and we should all be allowed to do that. Right? And you get it. So you totally get it. You understand that a lot of what our mission here right now currently is to restore those ancient codes within ourselves, so that we can assist in repatterning, right, through our simple being, just by being, right, going, doing, taking those inspired actions and aligned actions, right? But whoever this message is for, you guys have shifted in such a way, and you have integrated so beautifully, and your nervous system is truly regulating and syncing up with like the nervous system of this whole place, like Gaia, Mother Earth, this whole, you know, grid, right? Like um you are co-regulating with the grid, right? You now have gotten to the point where you can hold space for co-regulation within your field, right? Where you're placed, and expand that if you so choose. I know a lot of you sit in meditation and expand your field to, to surround others, or, just repattern that space. Some of you guys tap in straight to the freaking core, right? You go straight down in and tap in. You guys all tap in your own ways, and you do your work behind the scenes, for sure. Whoever this message is for, you know what you're doing. And I'm just seeing huge major shifts. I'm seeing like and increase in your psychic abilities, right? Because you have been able to regulate to this point so far, right? So that's why you're going to begin to see things, new things, right? Just another layer, another level, another, I'm seeing like the veil being thinned and thinned and thinned, right? And it's more of a process because people have to like build up their body to experience the things so that so you don't like short out, right? You don't want your body to short out. You want to be able to witness, experience, right? And still function. It's all about functionality, right? You are experiencing a shift in elevation, in shift in timelines, or an elevation in your capacity to witness, right? And still maintain proper regulation and function within your vessel, right? Wow, I love this. This is so amazing, whoever this message is for. And I saw 111 and 1111. I've been seeing that every single day for the last like few days. So, um, love to see it. And also, something was coming through about that, like seeing 1111. And I know a lot of us see the repeating numbers. I've done it. I mean, it's been like my life, really. But what I recognize is that I was always that kid who saw 1111 and knew it was something, right, at an early age. And I would always see it. I would always be the one to be like, 1111, make a wish, right? Like every day I would see it. It was wild. And then as things progress, so I don't know, maybe somebody needed to hear that, right? Maybe maybe somebody needed to hear that, like, um, for whatever reason. I don't know. But wow, you're amazing. You're beautiful. You're aligning so beautifully with your soul family, right? And beginning to be seen um fully, right? Like truly seen for what it is that you do, not just surface level. Like I'm talking seen through. Like people are beginning to see the intention behind your actions, right? So I love you. You're amazing and beautiful and needed and wanted and all those beautiful things.